Why, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another live stream on the DJ Philly channel. Today, that's gonna be a little different. Today, I want to try and do a Minecraft version challenge. That's what I'm calling it. Basically, how it works is, I want to go through all the versions. If we go on here to our good old Google Chrome, basically there is a entire wiki just full of good stuff that we can use, including for Java Edition. This wiki is basically everything to do with discontinued features. And kind of my goal today is to try and go through all of the updates. This is going to be a multi-stream project. But go through all of the updates and basically try and find all of these discontinued features, whether they're blocks or items, mobs. And then we put them all in one world and see how it goes. I kind of want to have a world where we have a bunch of rare things that not a lot of people have, and that are also obtained in survival, or as survival as we can get. Of course, for the stream, we're going to have a little bit of a rule system, as this wiki provides other things like duplication glitches and whatnot. We're going to be using probably some of them, just to try them out and everything. I know there's ways to attempt to get bedrock as well. There's some other things that you could like entirely break the game. So, but we don't want to do anything that's entirely overpowered. So nothing like, you know, duplicating diamonds just to duplicate diamonds and all that. But that's kind of the goal today. And we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully everything's going well here. And I was spending like a couple hours trying to test everything to see if this plan would work and whatnot. I think it does. If we go over to the Minecraft wiki here, I can kind of explain a little bit better. Welcome in, Alexandrite. Hey, Philly, how are you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. Basically, we're attempting what I'm calling a Minecraft version challenge. We're basically going through every single known version that is out there of Minecraft, starting from the very beginning of pre-classic and trying to find some rare items and whatnot. This is definitely going to be a multi-stream project because I want to do snapshots too, and there are so many updates to go through. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's on this website here, webpage, and then we scroll to pre-classic. There we are. So we're gonna start right here. Basically, I'm going to go through all of the updates here, and I think there was a list back up here. Let me scroll all the way back up. So basically how Minecraft Java Edition was originally founded, there were a couple, how do I explain it? Phases of Minecraft. So we have pre-classic, that was the original that Notch was working on. It then went into classic, where the game was starting to form shape. And then in dev, which means there was like the actual development of the biomes and everything. You know, you have like trees and all of that. The InfDev phase, which is where Minecraft went infinite. All the worlds were infinitely generated. And then, of course, you have the alpha phase and the beta phase. And then we're into the full releases with the new update coming out soon with the happy guest and all that. But I am going to be using a little bit of a cheeky program here. It's called Betacraft. And the reason why we're not going to be using the main Minecraft launcher, at least not yet, is because there are a lot of versions that aren't even on there. There's a lot more versions that were actually stored by the community itself, whether that was like the old Minecraft websites or whatnot. And this is kind of a way to get all of them. So we're going to be starting from the very beginning, see how it goes, and yeah. We're also going to be using a different system here because I think it explains... Let's see. We're probably going to have to look in here. But yeah, it's something I've never done on stream before, so we'll see how it goes. So that's kind of the... phases that I was explaining before. We had pre-classic and then classic, in-dev, inf-dev, alpha, beta, and then all of the releases that we know today. The problem that I found is that when trying to move a Minecraft world from the pre-classic phase over to the classic phase, and then the classic to in-dev, in-dev to inf-dev, there's no officially supported way to do that. So, we're going to have to use a third-party program to do that. Technically, if I wanted to do this all in survival, all official and everything, we would have to start in the inf-dev phase, which is where the Minecraft worlds were actually capable of supporting future updates all the way up to the most recent update that we know today. However, I kind of want to try something different. So we're going to start with pre-classic, and then we have a program that will start up in a little bit, which we'll have to try and work out on stream. I was reading it a little bit to try and convert the world between the different phases that we'll be going in. Hopefully that makes sense. But other than that, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. So let's just get right started here. So this is the Betacraft launcher, and if we go ahead and go to the select version here, I think we're on the right version. This is the very first Minecraft version that is actually out in the public and everything. So we're going to be starting with that. And then just trying. I've tried a few of these updates before, and this one isn't much. It's very bad. Basically, in this update, the very, very first update, I think it was... the game actually was called something else. As you could see, like, on the window itself, it's literally just called game. The main thing that we want to do is just load the entire world. And the world is not very big. But as you can see, the frame stuttering, that is not the stream. That is literally the game. We're playing at, like, a frame a second. It's bad. And as you can see, I was testing the world here a little bit. The cool thing is that the world does save between if you open the update over and over again. I placed this cobblestone block just in testing and whatnot, and it's still here. So what I found interesting about this update is, I know it might be a little hard to watch, unfortunately. It's going to get a lot better in the next couple updates. But if we, I think, what is it? It's very different from normal Minecraft. If we, I think, oh my word, if I can get on that block. We don't have a cursor either, so it's really hard to tell. Yeah, it's placing blocks everywhere. We're not even looking. So the left click is place blocks, and then the right, I think that the right, yeah, right is destroy blocks. There we go. It's very bad. So we're not going to be spending, yeah, as you can see, I wasn't even looking over in that direction, and it was already breaking the blocks. So we're not going to be spending very much time on this one. But other than that, we also, I think it would also be fun. The menu, there is no menu, so you just hit the escape key to close the game. it kind of be fun to look through the version history notes as well, just to see, so that we don't miss anything. Because as you could see, if we go through like every update and every phase of the game, there are actually different things on the discontinued wiki that are no longer in the game. So we're probably going to be looking at them here just in the stream, and trying to figure out like what we can save for the future updates that we're going to be going through and everything like that. It's going to be more of a technical stream, but I think it's going to be fun. So I think, let me go back to the launcher here. I got my Superman skin. I found that the other day. That's the wrong Google. So we were previously on pre-classic 132011. And it does look like there are two things that are listed on this wiki here that we could take a look at. First one is no cave generation. I don't think this is really anything that we can do. I mean, there's literally no caves. It's just a world full of cobblestone and grass. So I think we're good there. We've already loaded the world, so it's gonna be quite chaotic once we go through the updates and just see the generation build up over time. But it's gonna be fun. And then the missing bedrock floor was also introduced in this update. You can kind of just take a look here. No bedrock chunks. I'm pretty sure it just means that there's literally like no bedrock underneath, which is also going to be interesting to see how the game updates without that. But other than that, hopefully this is kind of making sense, starting to make sense here of what we're trying to attempt to do. We're just basically going through the updates in the order and seeing what breaks, seeing what we can get and save for the future updates that we're going to go through. But other than that, how are y'all doing in chat? How are y'all doing, Alexandrite? Hopefully good. The nice thing about the pre-classic phase is that if we go and select the version here, there are not very many at all. There's only 4 updates, so we're not gonna spend very much time in this crazy phase where the game is running at like 4 frames a second. But I think, yeah, if we just take a look here, there really isn't much on the changelog. You know, we have the grass, we have cobblestone. I can't believe it. Some people have actually like built things with this update. It's horrible to play in. It's like a frame a second. But the next update I think that we currently have is 1321. 1321. That's quite interesting that it's not even on this wiki here. Very, very interesting. Are a lot of these not even on the wiki? Well, that's strange. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how these were all numbered. Oh, we're supposed to look at the RD number, not the pre-classic number. I guess it's different. So it's 132328. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at this update next. This one's a little strange. I won't show the changelog just yet because I want you guys to see it first. The nice thing about going between pre-classic updates is that it's literally the same world. And also, I think if we boot it up here, and take a look at the files itself. I think it's in the launcher. No, in one of these default instance. And saves. It's right here. This is literally the entire Minecraft world that we were on in that one update. And it's just one file. Nowadays, they're like all of these files. You know, you have files for the different dimensions, like the nether, the end. You have player files, all of that stuff. But the old worlds, it was just one file. So it's quite interesting. I'm doing all right. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm also quite excited to start streaming back up here and all of that good stuff. We'll go... Where's that window? Keeps window flashing, unfortunately. But we're gonna play this update here. Over time, we're probably going to have to... Did it load? Or am I crashing? There we go. I think we should be in the right update now. But over time, we're probably also going to have to delete like the previous updates as well, because it's going to get pretty big in terms of file storage, and I'm already running out of storage because I need a new computer. Did you hear about the release date for Legends ZA? Yes, yeah, I did. It's in October, I think, right? I also just saw on the Nintendo News app and on Twitter all the changes that they're doing for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games for Switch 2. Like, it's actually supposed to run like a game. It's going to be running like 60 frames a second, 1080p. The game actually looks good from the footage. It doesn't look like it's lagging like the Minecraft update that we just played. October 16th. Okay, good. Hopefully you can also hear the music in the background. If not, I'm gonna have to change some settings because I'm doing a little bit of a different setup today so that you can see the entire window. But hopefully that works out. So let's just open this update here, and you're gonna be seeing, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This is the Minecraft world. So I did a little bit of research beforehand on these pre-classics. These guys were called, I think, mobs. They were just an attempt at creating a first mob in Minecraft, and they were just Steves flailing their arms and legs around, as you didn't have like the chicken and the cow or the sheep or anything like that. So they're basically just running around the world endlessly. What I found kind of cool is that you can also, I think, once we find the edge of the world, it's got to be somewhere out here. I don't really hear any music. Interesting. Okay. I will have to take a look. Okay. You don't hear any like background music at all? If so, then something's very broken with my OBS. And we're gonna have to change that for... I mean, there's no music from the update. I don't hear any music at all. Okay. That is interesting. Well, okay, we'll have to switch it to the other. Hopefully you can hear it now, the background music. But what I found interesting is that this is the edge of the world here, and you can also fall off of it. Oh, wow. Why'd the frames just get a ton better? But yeah, this is the entire world. We also don't take damage, so we're gonna fall infinitely, but luckily the respawn point, it'll respawn us all the way back there. Look at those! Look at those Steves! They're just falling off the world. So we'll close that. I don't think... Let's see, this was RD1323. 1323. Yeah, the next update that we're going to be looking at is 1.6, so there was nothing really important. The other thing I found interesting is that these Steve guys, they're also going to be removed in later versions, so we can't save them mob at all. Which is kind of sad, because that would have been really cool, but they purposely removed the mob so that you can't have it in later versions, because it would be absolutely broken. So that's what I was kind of talking about here. If we just look at the thing here, I don't think there was too much added here. I mean, there was a thing called literally the mobs. That was the thing that we saw going around. What's interesting is that they are randomly generating around the world. They also do not save in the world file. So they just generate over and over again if we open that version up again. Hopefully you can hear music a little bit now. Fingers crossed. I could turn it up just a bit. If not, I'll have to figure it out a bit later. Fortunately, in these early versions, there aren't any, like, sound effects or anything at all, so you're not really missing out on the experience, but I'll have to figure it out. So I think if we open the launcher back up, I wonder if there's a way, to leave the launcher open after every instance. Keep the launcher open. Okay, awesome. There we go. So the next version would be RD160052. I think if we look at that, yeah, there is something. The cobblestone. It says it's never removed. I'm guessing this like original texture just turns into the cobblestone we know today. But we can take a look here. The cobblestone block was discontinued in several classic versions during the early development of Minecraft. First discontinuation, Notch had the hotbar. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if this block like turns into something different. But honestly, we'll find out once we load up the save. So, the next version would be this one. The only thing different is the cobblestone, like we were saying. So let's just... Oh, I don't think it worked. Oh, no, it did. Okay, there we go. Let's just find out. It's really quiet, but I can hear the music now. Okay. I will turn it up. The interesting thing about this update here, we're in the third pre-classic update, is that we still do have the Steves. Luckily, the blocks that we made are still here. Unfortunately, everything turns into stone. So like the grass and stuff that we were building with just isn't there anymore. The nice thing about this is that the hotbar, you can't even see the hotbar. Oh, it's not even showing on the screen. That's interesting. I see that you guys cannot even see it. Well, let me go ahead and turn that music up a little bit while we're at it. Yeah, like I said, there's probably gonna be some bugs and glitches with this, doing this. That is very strange. Let me go ahead and try that again. Wow, yeah, it's not even detecting the window. There is not much we can do about that because... oh wait. If we hit the Windows key, I think it should work. Uno momento, por favor. It's very messy with these versions here. I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe. We'll see. No. Okay. Well, that kind of stinks. So unfortunately, I don't even think you guys can see that, which I don't exactly know why. That is very interesting. Huh. We'll try one other thing here. Sorry for the delay. No, yeah, okay, it's not detecting the world. That's unfortunate. The one thing that it changed in the world, unfortunately you couldn't see it, was if we look at the version history here, and just take a look. Basically, the entire world I think this one was like a little bit broken. The entire world here was turned into stone, like this world here. The cool thing is that it added a little bit of the hotbar. I didn't really use it at all. But it did add a hotbar to where you could change through, I think, like 9 different blocks. And I think that was actually in the previous update. If we go take a look here, we select the version previous. Luckily you will be able to see that. There we go. I'm pretty sure they added it. There was no indication at all to what block we were placing down, like no GUI. Maybe? Nah, it's just adding cobblestone. Okay. Guess it doesn't work. Well then, I don't think there was anything, there's not much to do in these pre-classic worlds, so we're gonna be flying through them. The other thing is that in the last one, there's a plant on invalid soil by placement. I do want to take a look at this. The player can place plants and fungi without any restrictions. At this time, this included saplings. Oh, I see, I see. So I think you could do like this, so that they're floating. If we just take a look at the version history here. Oh, yes, yeah. So if we press 6, we can get the saplings. And then I think we can actually save them. I don't know if it's going to detect the window again. That would suck if it didn't. Maybe I can edit the instance to show it. I don't think I can. No. Okay. Let's try this last one here. Just see. See if the window detects it or not. Oh, awesome. Okay. Now you guys can see. So in the last update, it turned our entire world into stone, which is very interesting. There's no flying at all, but we do have the random Steves. You will also notice that our frames are a lot better. We are not chugging at all. We're actually running probably at I want to say 60 frames. I think all of the blocks were turned into stone at this point in time. The nice thing is that if I use the number keys on my keyboard, I could place down different blocks here. So the game is actually starting to form at this point. Or form shape, that's the saying. So it is still left click to place the block, right click to break it, which I think is actually opposite in the current versions of the game. We could also see what else we have. So yeah, we have cobblestone. We have, I think this is the original oak. We could just place these down to save them later for the later versions. We have, what is 5? Nothing on 5. We have the sapling on 6. And what I think is interesting is that the changelog was saying that we could place a sapling here, and then we could break this block. Oh. Or does it work? Interesting. Do they just decay on their own? Okay. Yeah, these guys are also really strange. They're kind of creepy, honestly. But I honestly don't know. I'm really not sure. This guy's staying. From what I thought is that, like, these could be staying floating in the air. I think this is also not a valid point because it's stone, but it hasn't checked yet. Like, the checking is weird to where you can actually place, but you can place these guys on dirt. So I don't think we're gonna have an a creation where we have these oak saplings. I think they're going to be later called oak saplings floating, which is unfortunate, but I mean, there's not much we can do about that. So I think we go ahead and just exit the world. From that, I'm pretty sure that is literally everything that we can do in pre-classic to do everything. The only other thing is called complex version path. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. But I'm honestly not sure what it is. Like classic level creation fields. I guess we could take a look. I think this is more technical. Classic level creation fields. Yeah. The create time, creator, and name fields were added to save the files in whatever this version is. The fields are normally initialized when a level is created. However, if a level is created before these fields existed, is updated to the classic 0.13a development update or later, the fields will be initialized with discontinued values. The values are unobservable without the use of external tools. Okay. Yes, it's nothing. I think the complex version path currently means that we have to like skip updates. I think there is going to be some important things later in the later phases that we're going to look through, so we might have to do that. But other than that, there's not much. So what we are going to do now is we are going to take a look on how to convert our world from pre-classic, if we just show you here, down here, pre-classic to the classic phase. Luckily, someone already built an unofficial tool to move the world over between the phases, like I was saying, so we're gonna have to take a look here. I was taking a little bit of a look previously, and I think we can actually do it within the Datacraft launcher itself, which is nice. So we're gonna look at the instructions here. Upgrading worlds, and then it's from pre-classic to classic with the Datacraft. I don't think we need any of these. Let's get rid of these. It is interesting that Notepad saves your previous open files now. So we need, unless you are already using Betacraft launcher, so we got that. We need to locate the level dat that is associated with the pre-classic version you are using. It should be in the root directory, which I was explaining a little bit earlier. This is the entire world. It's 5 kilobytes, which is insane to think about, that is the entire world. Locate the Betacraft directory and open the folder default instance, assuming you haven't made a custom instance yet. If you've made a custom instance, open that folder instead. Move the level dat that was in the Betacrafter instance folder. Okay. What do we do now? Copy or move your level dat into the BC instance folder? What is BC instance? Oh, it's just saying to move the level dat into... Okay. We don't have to do those steps. They're already done for us. From the Betacraft launcher, open the... this version here. I think that's the first version we're going to be using. Your world should have opened successfully. Okay. Interesting. Enable the instance add-on offline dat save, which is located in the edit instance select add-ons. This allows you to save the level dat within the Betacraft folder to be loaded in the 14A update without requiring the online 5-slot list. I see. Okay. So I was doing a little bit of research beforehand on this. There used to be, Notch actually had a website. It's not no longer available online, but there used to be a website where you could save your worlds online. There was a max of 5 world slots, and that's how you would save the worlds. But of course, that no longer exists, so you have to do a workaround, and it looks like this is the workaround. So it looks like this allows you to save the level DAT within the Betacraft folder to be loaded within the 14 update without requiring the online 5 steps. If you're saving locally, you could skip level or 7B. Save the file to one of the yeah, okay, we're good. Last step, open the file. Once the file has been saved to the default list, you can load that saved level from any version between the classic phases. Okay, so that's actually pretty easy. That's the easiest version. So, we're gonna do what it says. We are going to go... Ooh. Well, this is interesting. We might... I think it said 13A, but there's like 2 different versions. Let's take a look. Take a look back here. We'll keep it open. So we need classic 13A 03. Which would be this guy? Or this guy? I think it's probably this one. I think this one was a later version that they pushed to the Minecraft launcher in like 2013. The game originally came out in 2009. But they did like a few tweaks here and there to the older versions. I don't know if we can necessarily open with these versions or not. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead first. Let's go to Google here. Check out the classic phase. And then see what we can save. Removed in infdev, no name creator. Okay, so it's using .13a as the first version that we need. Okay. So, I think what we could do, actually, is if we go back into the file manager, go to the world, what I will do is I will make a backup here. We'll just call it backup. And then we'll copy this into the backup, because I want to see what the 0.12 updates, these like 2 or 3 ones are. And we'll just back up the world just to be safe. So honestly, let's just take a look at this one. I think it was because these updates were later found online by the community, so it didn't have that in the documentation, which is interesting. But yeah, we're going into the classic phase. Let's take a look. Resize the window to the size you want to play on. Click anywhere inside the window to begin. Okay, I think we're good. I think this is our world, so I think we're good here. I don't know if what was changed. I don't know if anything was changed. It does have a frame per second, which is insane that we're getting 500 frames a second. I'm only seeing like 144 because that's my refresh rate on my computer. That's crazy that the game's running that fast. And this was our little area where we were working on earlier with all the trees. Luckily, it looks like it all saved properly, so we're good. But other than that, I don't think... Oh my gosh. We have a crossbar now. And we can actually escape the window with the mouse. All right, this is awesome. So yeah, this is pretty much the world here. It looks like nothing was really added per se. I mean, we could check the changelog, but I don't even think the changelog really knows. If we go in, let's see, private alpha, these updates are not really known, so we have no idea about them. It is interesting. I think there's something to do with this one. This was later just called 0.12, and it was probably the same. For what we were looking, it was 0.8 dev, so it was probably this one, honestly, maybe? One of these? No, it was probably an earlier version. Okay. I think this was starting to where the world, as you could see, like the world was starting to generate with lava and stuff. But since we ran the world in a previous version, our world is just stone. So it's not going to do anything. We could take a look at some of these others here, like this one. I don't think it's going to be any different. But we will have to, once we run it in the .13, we'll have to remember to turn the setting on that it told us to. But I don't think there's going to be anything different. That is interesting. Oh, what is this? Okay, so here's our saved blocks. It is a little different. Also, the frames per second is insane. 1200? Is this water? Oh. So it... Uh-oh. Oh, it did not like me doing that. Okay, the game just crashed. As you can see, it added water and bedrock to it. That is interesting to see how the future updates are going to be dealing with that. That might be a problem. If there's an entire bedrock layer that we can't get rid of. We'll have to see. The game just crashed, so we do have the backup, so that's good. But I guess we'll just go quickly on to the next version here. We'll see. We will see what the heck it's doing. There we go. Loading level. All right. The nice thing is that you can kind of see the game actually form shape. We have like the crossbar or crossbar. The crossbar isn't visible, but you can see what you're holding in the upper right corner of the window. There was also like some invisible blocks. It probably wasn't easily seen, but when I was going like here, it was pushing against me. So I can't really go out here. I don't know how I went out there beforehand, but you could see like water and bedrock. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem later on, but we'll see. Oh, we have a menu now. Okay, okay. So you can generate a new level, you can save a level, load a level, and back to game. I'm pretty sure you cannot save the level locally, at least not yet with this update, because it would save it to that online format that I was talking about earlier. The other thing is, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's make a, I'm kind of curious. So if we make a backup of this level dot, and then we'll put it in like a separate folder called early classic 0.3a update, and just throw it in there. I'm curious to what it will do when it's generating a new level. Wow. Okay. Interesting. It's just a grass lot. You could also see the Steves are gone. Okay. Interesting. Is there... The world also goes pretty far down. Holy. Okay, and then bedrock was not breakable in this update. All right, cool. Well, we'll close this one out, and we'll see. I kind of want to just boot the update again to see what level it will load now, before we go any further. I don't think it saved it. Maybe it did. Oh, it did. Okay, okay. So we have the Steves, we have all these crazy guys. And then we have the bedrock. Obviously, we're going to change this up again because I want to save like the original level that we had. So what we'll do is we will copy this one. And then we'll honestly just go ahead and replace the file because we don't need that world anymore. Alrighty, we are almost there. Almost there. So that was a development. And then we'll go ahead and open up this one. This was like 13A. And then once we get to this update here, we'll see what we can actually save. These were all updates previously found by the community, so there wasn't any documentation in terms of rare items that we could save. Doesn't honestly look too different. The sieves are gone, which is interesting. I don't think we have any new items either. Nope. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty much just the same one with this new menu now. Okay. Cool, cool. Alrighty. So let's go to 13A Renew, which is the launcher. This is like the first official classic update that was saved in the like official Minecraft launcher. And then what we can do is we can open up Google. We'll take a look here. I think it's this one here. Maybe. Yeah, this one. And then we'll see what we can do. It does look like this feature here was removed in an inf dev in a later version, so there's not much we can do to save it per se. It says no name creator. The creator field was added to save files. The field was initialized with the world's creation. Initialized with the username of the player. Okay. That's honestly just gonna be, you know, something in the background we don't have to save. We also want to check here in the complex version paths. Oh, it does look like there's something in the 12A. Classic level creation fields. Oh, that was the one we looked at before. We don't need to save that. Okay. Cool, cool. Alrighty. So, it said to edit the instance. And then it said to, I think, select add-ons. Aha. Offline dat save. Cool. Oh, we also have all these. We do have a licensed copy, so it doesn't matter. This is legal. It does look like there's demo versions as well. I'm not sure what that is, but we don't really need to check that out. But and then I think it said turn that system on. World should have opened successfully. Enable the instance add-on, and then go ahead with the next update. Okay, we should be fine then. So I don't think we need any more from the 13A. Because I think without that save, it's just not going to save the world. So we'll just go on with this update here. Was there anything on here? Was it classic? What did it say? Classic 14A-08. We don't have. There are a couple here that we can start doing. I also have it sorted so that it's like in the starting phase here. I think it should hopefully. Oh wait. Oh, we missed something. Oops. I forgot it wasn't sorted correctly. Or maybe it is. I'm really confused how this thing works. Classic. Okay. So yeah, the no name creator. There is something, plants touching liquids. I guess we could take a look. Plants would stop liquids like any other black. Okay. That's not really something we need then. It wasn't removed. But unfortunately, with the world that we have, there's like no way to get the water. So we can't really do that one. But we can try a couple of these here in this update. Let's get rid of these, clean our windows up a little bit. So we got floating gravity block on liquid. Let's see. Sand and gravel, or sand or gravel, fall on top of water or lava as if they were solid blocks instead of falling through them. In the classic 19A version, sponges were added in later. You could also make sand or gravel float in the air by drying up the water below it with a sponge. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna have to see if we can try that. Gravel and sand is also one as well. Were briefly discontinued during the development after they were removed from natural generation. I'm guessing these were like the old versions, gravel and sand, so we'll see if we can save them, but I don't know. It says they weren't removed, but... sand in unnatural place. Sand could not be placed from classic 19A to 19A6, which made sand in many positions where it does not naturally generate discontinued. Okay. That's not too important. And then the silent human. I'm pretty sure that's just the human mob. It's supposed to make noise when jumping. But since we loaded the world in previous versions, they were just silent. That doesn't really matter either because the humans were removed. So, looks like we're just safe to load the version up. Let's see. I think it might be a little more exciting as we go along in like the alpha and beta versions. But I just want to do everything because it's cool. There's a lot of chunk updates. You can also see we have clouds. That is interesting. And now it is break block with left click and place with right click. Or no. No, it's different. So we break with the left click, and then we switch modes with the right click. And then you either break or place with the left. That is weird. Oh, it looks like we do have new items too. Okay. We have leaves. We have the sand that it was talking about, and I'm assuming, do we have gravel? We don't have gravel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 9, 0. Or is this? Oh, okay. This is gravel. Okay. We'll see if these blocks are saved. Honestly, I have no idea. But we'll just put a bunch down. Just to see. This world is going to be so chaotic when we load up in future versions. I also want to see if the water and the bedrock are still there. It is nice that it saved our world. So that's pretty cool. But other than that, this is quite interesting. I like researching a lot of this stuff, so I thought I might as well just do it on a live stream. So I can, you know, save the footage, and it's a lot more fun. If anyone is interested in this stuff. So we have the world border as well. It's kind of invisible, so you can't see it. It kind of acts like barrier blocks would in future updates. Unfortunately, I don't think... Let's switch the mode here, see if we can go to the water. Oh, there is water. I see. Well, that's interesting. Okay, the breaks we block, or the blocks we break, just spawn in water, basically. I think there's bedrock underneath. You can also... Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Okay, the world goes down very far. Very, very far. You don't drown in this update. You're basically in, like, a creative survival state. Because survival... The game mode survival wasn't introduced until later. And we're gonna be doing everything in survival later. once it's actually, you know, created. We'll probably have to spend some time once we're in the survival mode to kind of get geared up and whatnot with whatever we have in that update. But I want to see if we can also make a staircase to get down to, like, do future research. All right, there we go. And then we'll just place some sand so we know where it is. That is sad. I didn't know that we could get down to the water level, and I probably could have put a plant there. But I don't think it's honestly too important. I just want to save like these like old sand and gravel items. Things that we actually know exist and whatnot. But very interesting. Alrighty. So the next step, I think it should save the world on its own. That's actually a good point. Does it save the level? I don't know how to do it in this version. I think it should save locally. Let's see, if we exit out and then click back in, we'll see if all that sand and gravel is there, and then we know. Fingers crossed. Just things we have to think about in these old updates because, yeah. Okay, it did save. We're good, we're good. All right, cool. So we can exit out of there. We're pretty much done with that update, so we can move on. There's not anything until 19A that's really documented. So we'll just go through the versions here. Multiplayer test 1. That is interesting. Take a look. Server IP. I don't have a server IP. Okay, we're skipping that version. Oh, wait. Never mind, we are not skipping that version. All right, I'm pretty sure it's just testing multiplayer, so it looks pretty much the same. The buttons are the same. Like sand and gravel. Okay, so we're good. What's in the next one? Point 16A. Server IP, we don't need. Reading the level, pretty much the same here. I don't think anything was really changed. Honestly, these release notes we don't really have to look through because I mean, there's not much changed at all between these versions. It's probably just background protocol stuff. We could try and make our own tree, though. With, our oak leaves and stuff. That is interesting. This is so weird. Alright, on to the next one. I'll just fly through these here. Till we get to the 19A that we need. Not much has changed. Our FPS is a little higher. That's nice. But honestly, I can't tell a difference. Menu wasn't changed. Yeah, pretty much nothing. But I am, kind of just speaking away while we just go through these updates. I am quite excited for, like, the Switch 2. Because I pre-ordered the Switch 2, like the Mario Kart bundle and everything. It's coming out Wednesday night. And I pre-ordered it at my local GameStop, so I'm going to be going for a midnight release and everything. So that's going to be fun. It is interesting that it also tells you the chunk updates, but I'm quite excited, because not only that's releasing, but you have like the expansion packs to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I think there's going to be some like free updates that are going to be released then. But all right, we're at 19A. So we have a couple listed here. Floating gravity block on air. That is interesting. We'll take a look. Let's see. Floating gravity block. Oh, in Classic 19A, sponges added. And later, you can also make sand or gravel float in air by drying up the water below it with sponge. And if we take a look here, it says it's not removed. So I think it will save in future updates. We also have glass, and then we have the sponge. How do we get these things? Because we're running out of buttons in our inventory. From the addition of sponges, sponges could be placed from the creative inventory section. To select, the player had to press B to select block menu. Oh, I see. This guy here. Oh, that's how we were supposed to get the flowers too. All right, all right. No biggie then. We'll just boot it up and see. Maybe we should look at the change logs. Lol, you could afford it? Lucky. Yeah. I had to save up for quite some time, so now I'm definitely looking for a job later. Oh, no, we do have... Oh, and you could use the scroll wheel. Oh my gosh. So it's... Is it B? So it's B. Select block. By pressing B and going to select block menu. What? 19A? Maybe the B wasn't in this version. Alright. We still have access to sponges, though. Oh, and the scroll wheel's reversed. Oh, my word, that's horrible. I'll just place some original glass down. Oh, my word, that's so horrible. And then we'll try and find I think our sand areas out there. But yeah, I saved up for quite some time. Hey, if you ever want to come out, I'd totally play with you. Because luckily the old Switch Joy-Cons will still work on the new console. Which is very, very nice. So I only need one set of Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Which good, because they're like $95. They're crazy expensive. I'm so glad this is working out on stream, at least. So I think the sponge will work? Yeah. Okay. So what did it say again? Floating gravity blocks. I see. So I don't think we were supposed to remove the water there. So if we break this, I think the water will expand. Yeah, we'll expand it out more. That's cool that the sponge works. You can... Oh, you can hold in this update, too, to break things. You don't have to click anymore. So I think it was talking about if we get some gravel, place... whoops. Place it like this. And then we want to save it from future block updates in the future, so we'll break all these blocks around it. Whoops. This is so difficult with the mode switching on the right click. Because usually, like, right click is to break and left click is to place or whatever. Or maybe it's opposite in the normal versions. But this one, you have the mode switching. And then it said to use a sponge. Oh yeah, they're just floating. Heh. That's cool. Well, okay, we'll just leave it like that then. For future versions. And then we'll also save some sponges, because I think these are OG sponges, so we'll go back up and save those. But in other news, I know Minecon, or not Minecon, TwitchCon happened in Rotterdam, Netherlands. A bunch of the Rising friends went. I saw like all over Twitter. all the posts they were making. It was pretty cool. I wonder if you can play... You cannot place a block while you're in it. Okay. That is cool. Well, I'm pretty sure we're good here with this update. Yeah, because we got the glass, we got the sponge and stuff. I think there's another 19 update. We'll just see what it is. Also, feel free if you see those messages. You do have moderator, so if you want to test your deletion skills. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to see floating gravel in Minecraft today. Yeah, it's quite funny. I don't think anything. Do we have the B menu? We don't. Oh. Oh, you can click R to respawn. Oh, let me just click all these buttons. I need to get face cam so you could just see me clicking on the buttons. Oh, what the? I just spawned a Steve. And you could change the fog? Wait, what was the Steve button? Was it E? Q? Wait. What button was it? Oh, it's G. What the heck? I didn't realize these guys were still in the game. This must be like a debug key or something. Oh, and my... Oh, my word, it's... My camera's reversed, too. I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is horrible. You can make your own army. This is not what I thought I was going to be doing today, but this is fun. I don't think the Steves will save, unfortunately, once we go. We'll take a look. Select version here. So we got... Let's see here. There's a lot of survival tests. I don't think there's very many survival tests that are still alive. But let's see here. We have 5 for this update. We have Block of Gold. We have Cloth from Classic Creative Inventory, which was basically the predecessor of wool. They also had different textures back at the time. Cobblestone as well. Flowers and mushrooms. Okay. It says item, but I don't think there's like really any way to save the item because there wasn't a chest back then. And you couldn't throw the item out either. We'll take a look. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Let's see. Oh, the Steve did save. Okay, that's cool. Do we have B? Oh, we do have B now. Okay. So we have the creator inventory. We do have Block of Gold. Oops. Version. Or the mode switching. Crazy. And then we'll try and save like these old flowers as well, because I don't think they're in... They might be different, honestly. I think you're supposed to put these on here. I do want to see, in that previous update, it was talking about, like, flowers could stop the flow of water. I want to go see if that works. But I want to save these. Wait, this is a discontinued flower, too. I think this is called the rose. Does it say? No, okay. That's interesting. But that's so awesome that we can switch them out now. Okay. And then I think I want to just save the wool as well, so we'll make an absolute mess. Or it was called cloth back then. You can also see, I was doing a little bit of research. The colors were actually the same colors as the default, what's it called? It's the paint in Windows. They were just the default colors from there that I think Notch took. But it's really interesting. I'm just gonna spam these all down. Does G still make your army? Oh, it does! Good point. And I think the fog button is also there. I don't think we have any new buttons. The respawn button still does work. For some reason, when you oh my gosh, when you respawn, it up is down and down is up on your camera angle. This is horrible to work with. Let me restart the game. That is horrible. Remind me not to respawn. That is terrible. There we go. It also does not save which items in your inventory, which is weird. Well, let's just spam these all down. Yeah, that's a good point, though. That's hilarious. You could just spawn in your own army. And I think they saved now, so you probably don't want to make it too laggy. They saved to the world. They also don't have, like, names. I know, like, in the old Minecraft versions, you had to use ID numbers for commands instead of the names or something like that to spawn in. I watched, like, old Mumbo Jumbo videos, and he was kind of explaining that, but I didn't get it. Because I did not play Java until, like, 2020, I think. 2021. I was mostly Pocket Edition, Console Edition, Bedrock Edition, whatever you call it nowadays. I do want to see if the flower trick works, and then we can move on. Yeah, this is interesting stuff. I don't know how the world is gonna, like, successfully move over. I think unfortunately the way it works is that it does change some of the code in the blocks to save them for later versions, which kind of disappointing that we can't save them normally, but it's kind of whatever. But whatever we create in this area, we'll kind of know is kind of just odd. Oh yeah, flowers can stop. Oh, and you could, what the heck? Oh no. No, okay. I think the water is pushing it. Or do we have to... Maybe we have to put it on dirt. Oh, shoot. I'm stupid! I just made the gravel fall! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Can we go back? What version was it? S19. Plants touching liquids. Oh, wait. Crap. Oh, thank you. Gotta love bots. Well, dang it. Let's shoot. Let's save the world first off. Let's put it in backups. We'll call this, like, classic 0.20 save. I made the gravel blocks fall and I wasn't supposed to do that because it was supposed to be saved. We'll see if we can downgrade, but it might crash on us. Shoot. There is ways to do it later on, so I'm not too disappointed about that, but I figured it out eventually. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. Close the program. Shoot. Well, we're going to have to remember that for later. Not to do that anymore. To put it in different places. Oh well. We had it on camera. That's all that matters, I suppose. We'll move on. Let's see here. So we have .-2. I don't think that's gonna do anything really. Good thing we backed up the world though, because that would be bad. Then we'd have to start all over again. There we go. G button still works. Fog button still works. Don't have any more items. I think this is pretty much the same update. What I should do is just create a backup for each update, but that would get tiresome. Oh well. We can go on here. We do not have anything until the survival test. Now, I want to make a backup for the survival test because I know it was different. But there's certainly a lot of stuff. So we'll go up until this survival test here, I think. Yeah. Which I think was point. Don't respawn. Yeah. I did remember that. Oh, that's funny. Hey, welcome Vid in the YouTube chat. Welcome. Sorry if I didn't see your message beforehand. We're going with the version challenge. We're basically trying to do every version in Minecraft, seeing what we can save for later versions, and oh, I think the game just crashed. Uh-oh. Shoot. That's not great. All right. Close window. Uh-oh. Well then. Hopefully the world's saved. We're not gonna be using that update anymore. Give it a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. We are gonna be moving on from that update. 22A. We did make a backup in .20, so we don't have to go very far if the world crashed. Okay, there we go. Oh. We have block sounds now. Okay. Can I change so that you can hear it? What's this called? Default instance. And then turn that on. Okay, you should be able to hear it now. It might be very loud. Let's see. Yeah, it is quite loud. There's no volume slider in this update, but that is cool that we have sounds now. Doesn't look like we do have a nice background, which I think was in the previous update. We can spawn in more of our army. Use our fog. Oh, good gravy, they all make sounds. Oh, you hear that? Yeah, I'll turn that off. Oh, it's Minecraft music. Oh my gosh, this is gonna get very loud. Okay. we're leaving that. Hopefully we have the volume slider sometime soon. That's awesome though. So that update added the music. It's actually quite interesting just seeing what was added in the game instead of looking at the change logs. I think it's more entertaining that way too. Just finding out for yourself. It's more fun that way. So we still have the sounds. I don't think anything was really changed from this update. The humans no longer make noises. Oh, never mind, the new ones do. Which is very loud. We're gonna be quickly moving from that one. Into survival tests. The first survival test. So that was point 2, 3. Let's make a backup of the world, because I think the survival tests were a little bit different. Just in case. So we'll go classic, 23 save, and then save a world in here. And our world is 12 kilobytes now instead of 5, which is previously what we had, I think. There we go. So our world save, let's try it. And then we don't have anything until 0.25. I'm so glad they have this wiki, because I was going to look through the main Minecraft wiki, and that would have been a nightmare to try and sort out from everything. Oh, we have a hand now. Okay, so we have hearts. Our army is gone. We cannot spawn in the army anymore. Ooh. What the heck? This is a test of sign. Each line can be 15 characters. The inventory spawns in these, like, what the heck? I had no idea this was in the game. All right, I think we can... Oh, we can get blocks now. Do we have an inventory? Ooh, options. Oh, awesome. Okay, this is much different. So let's turn the music off right now. Render distance far. We have controls. Let's see. Build is B. Toggle fog. Load location. Save location. Oh, so you could save the respawn point and then teleport to it later. Interesting. Oh, we have chat. Okay. This is very, very cool. It does not save... Let's see. Maybe we can save some of these wool items. But we do not have an inventory, so I don't want to mess with it at all. But the inventory just spawns the sign in, which is quite interesting that it has that kind of physics. It has bounce physics. Weird. Okay. And they also despawn as well. That happens in Bedrock Edition too. The current Bedrock Edition. Well, this is awesome. I guess we'll load up the next version and see. Who needs a Steve army when you can have a sign army? Honestly, I think the signs will probably be deleted as well, but I never knew that existed. Let's look here. Weaponless skeleton via no equipment tag. Certain hostile mobs are always supposed to spawn holding specific weapons. There have been many methods to allow most of these mobs to not have these weapons. Okay. Until 1.3.2. Oh, awesome. We have the coal ore item. But if it's a survival test, I don't think we're gonna get those items. Stone item from mining. We do have that one. Okay. Oh, the creeper was first introduced in this. The pig, skeleton, the zombie. Then we have arrow count other than 20. Stone slab, TNT. Wow, that's a lot. This is gonna be... Okay, this is gonna be actually very interesting. Because of how our world is set up, I don't know if we can get some of those items, honestly. Because we spawned it in, like... Oh. 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 Okay. What? Oh shoot, you take fall damage. Oh my gosh, these sounds are so loud. Did it just delete everything we did? The creeper does not originally blow up. It just did immediately attack you. Yeah, I did see that. I saw that in the changelog. I had no idea. Oh. This is horribly unplayable. Did it delete our entire world? Jeez, what is our FPS? Oh my gosh. Can we attack the pig? Okay, we got a mushroom. So it cleared our inventory. And I think it just deleted everything that was here. Because a new world just spawned in. This is very different. Oh, now we have frames. Jeez. When we look over here, we have frames. Okay, so it is still... There's an invisible barrier there. This is horribly unplayable. Seems like it, yeah. Do we have any different control? Oh my word, I need to look back at the bedrock. Okay, there we go. Build. Okay, so we do have the signs. Well then. It does show your score as well. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what the score even means. This is interesting. I'm not sure what we do then. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Oh, it's attacking me and I cannot do... Oh my gosh! Oh my... I might die here. This is horrible. Oh, oh no. Oh, we don't want to... Okay. Well, that's interesting. The sign army is still there. Go signs, go. So did it delete our world? Oh. Look at that. Oh, they blew up. Wait. I don't want to generate a new level, though. Okay then. This is something I was not realizing. If we take the 0.23 update, delete this one, and throw it back in, we can see probably the same thing, that the world just rewrites itself. Oh no. Wait. Why am I dead again? Load level. Guess we just generate a new level. Is that gonna change the file? This is a predicament I did not think about. This is probably gonna be very unplayable too. Oh no, we're actually playable. Okay. Maybe. Does that zombie have an iron helmet? Oh yeah, our frames are not liking this at all. Oh, we do have the coal. Okay, so just naturally spawned in the world. Oh my. Oh my, I'm gonna die again. This is horrible! Help me! Is it still chasing me? I don't even have third person. Well then. Oh, I just fell in a hole. Okay, yeah, I'm dead. Okay. So I think, is this a new world then? Or wait. Is it saving the world somewhere else? No, it isn't. Okay. And that one was... Oh, hold on. I put it in the wrong place. Okay, no wonder. Jeez, Pete's. Oh, shoot. I just replaced one of our old saves. Okay. It's in the trash. I can get it later. So we don't want this one. We want this one, which is our 0.23 save. Okay. Let's try it again. Just to see. Yes, yes, it does. Yeah, it's quite... Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, our mushrooms. What the heck? It didn't write over the world this time. And there's some mobs over here. Do we still have the sign? Okay, so that's good. Our world has been saved. There are a bunch of mobs over here. I don't know what's going on. I think at this stage, the game was pretty unpredictable. There are zombies over there. It looks like they're spawning on the blocks that we did. Or no, are those skeletons? Is that what we needed? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It's very oh. Okay. They still have bows, apparently. There goes Philly saving the world again. Holy, that guy shot so far away. Their view distance is insane. Okay. Now we're good, now we're good. Can we get like a pork chop now? Or does it... There's no sounds to this yet. Oh, I just gave you mushrooms. Okay, well that's weird. This is... Oh my word, the death animation. That's horrible. Okay. Let's take a look here, see if there's anything that we can save, honestly. We can't get gold, can't get gold. Stone mining. We can get this, though. That's cool. And then I think the rest of these are just entities. Arrow count other than 20. Stone slab, how do you do that? TNT, those must be in creative, honestly. Because I don't think I have an inventory. Yeah, no, okay. Oh, the chat. I wanted to test the chat. The chat does not work. Maybe only in the multiplayer mode. Well, this is very odd. There is one thing I wanted to test here. So let's go ahead, back up this one. This would be classic 0.25 save. And then throw that in there. And then get our previous save that we had, overwrite it. And then I want to see if the world was over-generating because we skipped this version last time. If so, we might just have to skip it. Aimbot? As if skeletons, their aimbot was horrible in Java, honestly. Okay, so the mushrooms do disappear in this update. Oh, that's sad. Okay. We do have the signs in this update. We do have the cobblestone as well. Okay. But, if we go here and select the one that we were at, which is the 0.25 update, is it going to overwrite the world again? If so, we might honestly just have to skip the 0.24. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, I overwrit the world. Weird. So that's probably why they don't have 0.24 in the launcher, I don't believe. What we're gonna have to do is just skip the 0.24 update because I want to keep the original world. So let's just do that and then continue on. What was the next version here? 0.27. I think there was some things in that. Spider. Okay, the spider was added in the 0.27 survival test update. Hopefully it doesn't overwrite our world again. Otherwise, we're gonna have to test something else out. We might have to do some update skipping at this point. It's overwriting our world. What the heck? We have TNT! Oh, shoot. Wait, I think if you place it down, it just explodes, right? Or no, I think you punch it in this. Yeah, you just punch TNT to get it. Oh, that's so cool. It's very framey, though. Oh, that is sad it just overwrit our world. Okay, we're gonna have to do some testing, honestly. Because I'd love to keep the original world. Also, our water just, like, completely overwrit itself so quickly. It is so choppy. We're not gonna spend very much time here. B button no longer works. You cannot spawn in a sign. Chat does not work. Oh, the fog. Oh, okay. Oh, no wonder. Okay, so you're supposed to keep the fog on so that your frames don't die. I was wondering. That makes a lot more sense. Because, like, if you see in the Herobrine, like, the famous Herobrine picture, they had, like, this kind of fog. Oh, it's so much more playable now. That is very interesting. I think what we'll have to... Or, let's attack this pig. Hold on. I want to see what it drops. A mushroom. Okay. Well then, we don't want our world to be overwritten. So I think what we'll have to do is just skip that update, the 0.6 update. No, we don't want to do that. We want to overwrite this one. And then just continue and see what happens. It would suck if it would overwrite itself again. I don't think going into 0.28, it does not look like it's a survival test anymore. So I think that's good. We do have a lot of things, like stone item from Lake Creative Classic Inventory. The sponge, oh, obsidian, really? Has existed in the game since Classic 0.28, but was not normally obtained until InfDev. Okay. Weird. Well, let's just boot it up and see. It'd suck if it overwrites our world, but I guess if it does, it does. No, this is not the signs, anything but the signs. Oh, shoot. Okay. I think it's overwriting our world. I guess this is a much better world to play in, honestly. Oh, you're in creative. Okay. We are in creative. What controls do we have? Okay. Chat does not work. Alright, cool. I think what we can do is just redo it, honestly. Because we're back in creative. Those were survival tests. So I guess we lose the original world, but at that point, I don't think there's any saving it, which is unfortunate. So we'll just go ahead and save some of these blocks, these old blocks, see what they turn in later versions. Hopefully the world does not overwrite itself again, but we'll see. I just wanna save. Oh, I think, yeah, this cool thing called the double slab. I don't think that's in, or it's different in current versions. Oh, we got the addition of mossy cobblestone as well. Well, now that we know what came first between the lava and obsidian, that is true. That is very true. Oh, and the trees grow. Okay. They grow in this update. We already have flowers growing around here. And then we will make a backup of this world, so hopefully it does not overwrite it. Do mushrooms need dirt? Like, why are the mushrooms despawning? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the light level or something. But it's very hard to tell in these kind of updates. I want to test the fog, hold on. Oh, geez, yep, turn it back on. Goodness me. It's a lot more bearable in this update, though. And you can pillar up, but you cannot fly in this update. Let's see. I don't know if there's any water. I'm guessing the sponge still works, but we'll just put a bunch of these sponges here. Because, when you're switching versions, some of the items can, like, mutate into other ones later on because of how the game updated over time. They weren't really great at, like, you know, your previous world saves itself later on until, I think, InfDev. Or until, like, the release. Now they're, like, really, really good. Mochain takes a lot of precautions of trying to save as much as they can. More so on Java than on Bedrock. On Bedrock, it's like, just push the update as fast as you can and hopefully nothing breaks, it would seem. At least from, you know, my experience. It feels like they're always trying to rush their updates because they want to match with Java. I think they should honestly go back to the original way where the updates were a little bit delayed. It would kind of suck for Bedrock players and for the marketing, but I mean, if it saved us from all the bugs and stuff, then I'd be totally down for it. But anyway, hopefully this world saves itself and all of our blocks will still be here. What we'll do is that we'll load our world in this update again, just to see if it does save it. Also, look at these old textures. Like, what the heck is this? Is this a block of iron? I don't even know what the heck this is. Because I think this is the block of gold. We have the bookshelves, original bookshelves. We do have TNT. Oh, it no longer lights. Oh, we do have obsidian. No longer lights when you punch it. So we'll go ahead. I don't think we have to hit the save. Yeah, that's for online saving. Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. I thought we just crashed the game. And then let's boot up the instance again. But this is quite interesting, just seeing, like, you know, the Minecraft history. Reading. Oh, awesome, awesome. Okay, so it does not overwrite. We got all of our items. It is sad that we can't save the original world, but it would seem that this is kind of where we're starting, is this world right here. This update, which I think is what, 0.28. I think we could have started way earlier, honestly, but because of how we did everything. I mean, it's more, this whole thing is an experiment, so it's fun either way. If we don't get everything, we don't get everything. Oh yes. So let's make another backup. I think this was this is 0.28. Yep, 0.28. Copy it into the backups. Very, very good to make backups when you're moving across versions. Even for nowadays, like, things can happen, especially it would seem for Bedrock. I know I always gripe on Bedrock, but it's a very good version with cross-platform and everything. I mean, in Java, they don't even have multiplayer in the game, and it's like standard multiplayer, and it's been out for 15, 16 years. So, very, very interesting. 0.29. We're on 0.29. I don't think we have anything until 0.30, so we can honestly just look and see. Fingers crossed our world saves. And I think 0.30 is actually the last update, so we're gonna have to do some things to load the save over. We have to look at those instructions again. Alright, awesome. It does save a world. Anything new? Nothing new. Our fog. Oh, we can actually run the game without fog now. Okay. If so, I kind of want to see... It does look like we have the world border. Or that water. That water border generating. I don't know how it's going to work in future versions, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, we still have the bedrock and the world border and everything. I'm guessing it's going to be probably replaced on later versions because it knows how to handle it. No more Steves, unfortunately. I'm pressing like every other button. Yep, okay. Nothing much to do in this version. We'll move on to this one. Oh, and then I forgot, like, things like these, like it says 4K, we might honestly skip because those updates are April Fool's updates, and they're supposed to be played alone, so it means, like, world saves don't work at all. So we're going to be skipping the April Fool's updates because they're basically separate in terms of how they work. Game is playable without fog. We are getting 170 frames per second. That is awesome. Probably because there's no mobs. This is the classic test. I do want to go back over to this main area just to see. Anything new? Nothing new. Anything in options? Nothing there. Yep. Okay. We'll close out and go to the next one. Another 0.29. I'm guessing this is probably going to be the same. But like I said, this is probably going to be sprawling across multiple streams. I'll probably be streaming a lot this week. I don't remember. I might be doing something tomorrow night. I don't even remember. So I don't remember if we are going to be streaming tomorrow night or not. We will see. Cool though. I'm guessing they added the fog because of different computers and how they work. Yeah, it's like nothing's added. Okay. We'll just move on to 0.30. Oh. I see. So there's a 0.30 survival and then a 0.30 creative. Interesting. Let's see here. I think we got most of these items from the creative inventory. They're all placed down, so we'll probably skip. We can try loading it in. We'll try the survival. See how laggy it gets. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely feeling some lag now. Okay, so this is a survival test. I'm guessing the mobs will be spawning here shortly. It is interesting. We do have a hotbar, but we do not have an inventory. I'm pressing every button. Let's honestly see. Yeah, no inventory yet. There's something walking around, I think. I hear it. Or this could be... I think this is a test without the mobs. Oh, no. Okay, we have a pig. And he's very laggy for some reason. What does he drop? Mushroom! What does the spider drop? Okay, the spiders attack you, apparently, in day. And they cannot fit in this hole. Or their AI is bad. It also appears like they spawn in groups as well. Their mob spawning's not great. Our reach is insane. The heck is that? Oh, look at that item. Did they drop flowers? Oh, they don't drop anything. Oh yeah, look at these items. It was just like the texture in a black form. Let's place this down. Let's just place these items down. Heh. This is cool. Okay. I don't think there's too much else to do. so we will probably move on. I think like arrow count, zombie, skeleton, spider, those all spawn in naturally. Oh yeah, so it was removed and then replaced again and then removed again. We continued in dev phase. All right, cool. So I think we're going to be continuing the survival phase. So let's make a quick backup again. And we'll call this one Classic .30 Survival. And then we'll load the world and creative. Select version, creative version. I'm just kind of curious at this point. Okay, yeah, so they're basically in creative, nothing new. It just hear like things are moving around. It's like random noises everywhere. I don't know what's going on. That is interesting. It doesn't look like anything's really... I don't think we have an inventory yet. Check. I mean, we got that, but we don't really have a creative style inventory, or excuse me, a survival style inventory. And then I think this is probably the same version. Let's see. Yep. Here, the same version. All right. I was just kind of curious. The only other thing that I do want to check. There is... What is this 4K? Let's check maybe the version history in here. Okay, yeah, so there were survival tests, and then the late classics, and then we are moving into the end dev phase. It's where the worlds are starting to generate like normal Minecraft worlds. However, the worlds are not infinite yet. Let's see. I'm kind of, I think, let's just see, 4K, Minecraft 4K? Is this what it's? Oh yeah, okay. It was an edition of Minecraft developed for the 2010 Java 4K contest. Oh. I see. Classic block textures, 4K textures. I don't know if the worlds are different, honestly. The initial version released in 2009 was more limited than any other version, including the pre-classic. Original page, archive, blah, 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 blah. Let's just load it up and see. We've already made a backup of the survival version, so we're fine. There wasn't anything in the creative version that we wanted to save. So, yeah, let's take a look. Kind of curious. Oh. Oh my. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. I'm guessing this is the 4K test. Because it's in, what did it say, 4 kilobytes? Which is crazy. No. Yep. We have to use the mouse to scroll. All right. I wonder if it overwrit our world or not. I hope not. That would be bad. Or not bad. We could save it later, but... Let's check out the other one. I want to see if it's kind of like this one in the picture. Yeah, it is. Holy, it is horrible to control. Wow, okay, this is cool. Okay, so right click is delete, left click is to place. I want to do a test here. I want to see if the world's saving. So let's go out and then click here. Oh, it just goes with the mouse. That's weird. Okay, it's not saving, so it shouldn't have overwritten our save. Okay, we're good. Phew. Well then, we are in the next phase. So if we take a look here, the classic to endev is where we're at right now. We just did all of classic, and then we are starting with the endev phase. And there is quite a few. They're also numbered very strangely. So what we have to do here is we need to take a look on how to convert our classic world to an endev world. Like I said, there's no official way to do it, so we kind of have to do it ourselves. Classic to endev. Alright, MC edit. Yeah, unfortunately we do have to use MC edit, which is a system to edit worlds. That's kind of the only way to do it. Otherwise, we would have started later in the updates, but like I said, it's an experiment. So let's see. We need MC edit. We need beta launcher, NBT explorer. I think we have this. And the level. Mine for single player, dot for multiplayer. You wish to convert. I think it's dot. If you choose to import into a deep endev world, you will be unable to convert it into infdev because of the 128 height limit. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay. Create a new world in endev and save the MC level file. All right. So we've already saved the classic. Let's just do that and just run it. Let's see. These versions are probably going to be a lot bigger. Still is that window thingamager. Oh. This is interesting. Is this our world previously? Also, what the heck are these? What the heck? Can you... Oh, these were the predecessors of the mobs. Or the after versions. I think this was what Minecraft was supposed to be, and they were like testing these mobs out. This is crazy. I think like they had other things like Beast Boy and stuff. I don't know if that was ever implemented in the game or not. Let's turn on some fog so it's a little laggy. But I think these guys had a name. I don't remember what it was. Let's also see the options. Looks fairly similar. Braking. Okay. So brake is left click, place is right click. I think that's in standard now. We do have the bedrock as well. And I don't think we can go in it. Yep, we cannot go in it. Ooh, lag. We can kind of swim as well. Alright. Let's see. So it says generate a new world and save the MC file. Save. Let's just say, I don't know, mine. I don't know if it saves it locally or not. I don't think it does. Does it? Maybe the system is already saving on itself. Because it says to save the world, but I don't know how to save it. Quite interesting. Let's just place a bunch of blocks here. Our inventories just went weird. Oh, a torch. It has no topside texture. Oh, and it could be... Whoa, that's weird. What else do we have? So the torch was added. I think that's literally the only thing new. It's very glitchy. So let's back out of the game and then see if it saves us. It's not looking like it does. That's interesting. Unless we've teleported somewhere else in the world. How do we save level, test, save? But I think it's trying to save to like that online version, like I was saying. Yep. I don't know if these use the level det or not. Or like what version of InDev. We're gonna have to do some research here. InDev. What is the latest version that we have? 2.0.0. Let's see, last one is 1.4.5.9. So I guess we just find that. It's this one here. Make the game playable again. Okay. Doesn't say anything about world saving. Bundled with the previous version. Mob can take damage. Glitched item bug. Oh, interesting. Might have to look at that. Made changes. I don't think the world is like successfully saving per se. Because there's no saves in here. The level det is bigger. Let's just boot it up one more time. And then see if the level det changes. That's not changing. This might be a problem. Very, very odd. So we might have run into another issue here where the world is not saving itself. I don't know how to trick it into saving. If we just pillar like a big block of stone here, and then try and look for it in the next version. Or not the next version, in the when we exit it out and then go back in. I think we're at the limit. It was very foggy. Yeah, we're at clouds. I don't see anything from previous versions. Okay, let's do this. Go. Might have hit a roadblock here. Cause yeah, it looks like it's generating the world every time. And then you're getting a new level. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Okay. We're gonna have to figure out why that keeps happening. Yeah, because I don't see the stone pillar anywhere. Unless it's saved somewhere differently? I wouldn't think so. And the level dot has not changed, so it doesn't even look like it's writing it. Weird. So I don't know. It says like save the MC level to file. I guess we could look at MC level. Java Edition in level format. Let's see when it was introduced. Since mdev 0.302011. Okay. Random numbers. Select version. So it looks like there's a specific version that we have to use. 100, 122. So I think from what the wiki is saying, maybe this update? Or this one? Because it doesn't look like these can... You know what? Let's look at the classic, the NDEF. Lots of research today. So let's click at start, and then what version is it using as well? So it's using 0.31 to 119. Is it this one? No. 124-2119. Do you even have access to that version? Or am I silly? Maybe it's a version that, like, literally no longer exists. Or is it down here? Oh, because these are inf devs. Weird. I guess, yeah, we're gonna have to use this version here, which is an older version. In order for it to save properly. Let's go ahead and try it, honestly. I don't know. It's crazy what you kind of figure out from all of this. Just looking. Generating level. Oh. Oh my gosh. I think this is called the Endev house. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, it was a house made out of cobblestone, and then you have... Oh my gosh, you have everything. Holy... Everything stacked to 99. Is that... What is that? Is that... Oh, okay, that's the tree. Holy TNT. Oh my gosh. Save file. Aha! Okay. Now I'm kind of curious. If we go into the previous version and just check and see if that button is there. Or if the house was there. Yeah, there was so much cool stuff. Oh my word. Look at this. Flint and steel. Do we have an inventory? Oh, we have an inventory. Oh, what the heck? Do we have a new control somewhere? Oh, okay. Inventory was I. Yeah. We also had these. Apple. Wow. Okay, this is old. Oh, you still broke T. Oh my gosh! That is so loud! The old TNT explosion noise. Oh, is this the update where you say like oomph when you get hit? Yeah! Oh my gosh, that's funny. Alrighty, this is cool. This is very cool. Oh, the ocean. It kind of looks like the bedrock's gone. Okay, okay, okay. Can we save it is the important thing. No, we cannot. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Load file. Oh, okay. So these versions, we can't save it all because the website's down. Else we'd have to manipulate the game itself, and that would be kind of hard. But this is sick. And then we have apples. I think that was just for healing because the hunger bars weren't at this point. Does this work? And look at these textures. Huh. That's cool. No crafting. So I'm guessing you had to use like exploits and stuff at this point. It looks like there's another player over there in the water as well. Okay, I'm kind of curious. I just want to look and see at those past versions that we kind of skipped, see what they had. Guessing this is probably the same. But we're gonna have to skip those versions. Unfortunately, I think that means we're gonna have to overwrite the what's called the Endev house. It was that little house that we saw earlier. What? This is called the Quiver. It's where your arrows were stored. And then were these torches? Okay, yeah. Cool. Holy loud. Okay, the music button doesn't work. I am so sorry, let me... That is so loud for me, at least. Alright, let's not spend too much time in here. Cool, cool. Chainmail, cool. What the heck is this? It doesn't even display on the character. I don't think... Yeah, no F3 screen. You do have the fog button. Let me get out of here. This is... horribly loud. That is... Okay, okay. We're learning a lot. I'm guessing it was probably like the other one. Yep. CID inventory, TNT, apples, quiver, all of that good stuff. Iron equipment. Yeah, the sword, which looks weird. None of this can really be saved because the world doesn't save anymore, like I said. But any new options? No new options. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do those other instructions here. With the 21191. Which I think it was this one that we had to do. Yeah, it's a little later version, but it will work. So it said to create a new world and then save it. Post-processing. Yeah, this is cool. I kind of want to see if... Oh my gosh, is that lava? This is lava, this is water. They were in very old versions. We have chests now, which is absolutely awesome. I want to save like stuff we can't really get from the previous world. I think we had all of these. TNT. And of course I wanted to save all of these. There was no shift click as well. I'm trying to shift click. Also, the music is terribly loud. Oh my word. Let's see here. Any new... Oh, we do have the drop key. You can drop items. Let's try that. So I think if we just put in like this... I also want to try the lava as well. Yeah, and then drop. Yep, cool. You pick up items now. Let's just put this here. It was a full block. And you step on it. Ha! That's funny. You still have these. I can't spawn them in. And I no longer exist, apparently. This is crazy, though. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to... Let's see. Let's go ahead and save the world, save the file. I cannot remember where I need to save it. I think it was in this PC. Yeah. Goodness. This, and then under app data, roaming, Betacraft. I think it's under no. Betacraft under default instance, saves. There we go. And then this is a Minecraft levels. I don't even know what this is. Let's just call it indeb save 1. Okay, and now we can load the files. Awesome. So if we test that out, close it, test it. Because I think it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna make a new, but if we load the level, load file, let me honestly just get the path for it. Ah, it's called an MC file. Very interesting. Copy that, go here. Can you not copy in the path? Is that really how it works? Oh, what the heck? You said items, maybe? I guess that's helpful. And then saves. MC file. Awesome. Okay, so it saves your inventory. Saves the level. Oh, wow. We do have the fog still. Okay. So that is, I think that's step 1. What did it say again? Locate the classic world you wish to upgrade and change the file extension from dat to mine. Okay. So let's go ahead and close this. We want to edit. I'm going back too far. This file here. So let's create a copy. Just to be safe, and then edit this one. Change the file extension from at to mine. MC edit will always attempt to load the world as an infdev world whenever a classic world is saved as a det. Change the extension to mine to load it as a classic world. I see. So let's change that. And then do we have MC edit? I think we can use this one. Does it work anymore? Oh. Heh. I don't know. I thought I had MC edit. What did we have previously? Oh, we have MCC tool chest PE, but not MCC edit. Okay. Well, I will. You know what? I will continue talking with y'all, but I will shut off the screen here real quickly and get that installed. I just want to do that, just in case. All right, MC edit. Minecraft version supported. Post archive, maybe? I don't know. I'm looking around. Actually, you know what? You could look too. There we go. So we have post archives. We have MC edit from 2014. The demo. The beta. Oh, wait, no, these are posts. Guess we could try the normal download, right? Really hope this is the official site. Okay, awesome. Well, I will get this installed really quickly here. But yeah, this is actually very, very fun. This is quite interesting. I'm learning a lot, and hopefully you guys are too, because this is really something. Like, I had no idea all of these things were in Minecraft. And I wonder if if you could create a process to streamline this all. Like, if someone made a file to where the game itself would switch versions after so much time. As more of a challenge itself. Like, honestly, maybe we could do that. I don't know if it's feasible or not, but excuse me, guess we'll see. I don't know if it installed or not. Un momento, por favor. Okay, I think it installed. We shall bring back. Maybe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Guess we'll let it do its thing. Yeah, I'm thinking about live streaming tomorrow. We'll probably continue this because this is crazy. This is cool. There's a lot more to find in the new versions, and it's also going to be a lot easier now that we can use some of the other things. Let's see here. All right. So it looks like it did work. We need to find the world now. Assets. If we just go into roaming and then Datacraft, default, saves. What do we need? We need this file. An error detected. Well, that ain't great. World editor, NC edit app. All right. Maybe this is outdated. Change the extension to mind loaded in the classic world. Open your classic level with NC edit. It resulted in a crash. Huh. Well, I guess that's actually probably a good point to stop anyway. I'll probably debug this process and all because I think this is probably what we're gonna do for the in-dev to in-def phase. And inf-dev possibly to alpha. I can't remember. Let's look. Let's look real quick. It's all the way at the bottom. Or no. Inf-dev can go to alpha. Okay. You just need from pre-classic to classic, and then classic to indev, indev to infdev. And then classic to indev, and indev to infdev, use the MC edit trick. So I will need to find maybe an older version of MC edit, and then we'll probably come back to it later. So, I think this is honestly probably a good place to stop for today. Guess it's been 2.5 hours. So we did a lot. That was really fun. We got through all of pre-classic, all of classic, and then we're looking into NDev. It looks like there's also a bunch of other stuff that we can look at, like jungle sapling, piston head, complex version pass too. We'll have to look at these and see if any of these are actually useful. Like max stack of 100 via chests. That's crazy. It's only a very specific version, which we hopefully have. But yeah, I think we'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll probably continue with Endless MC and this series sometime soon. And then we'll go for them there. But it was quite fun. It's really cool to just see everything. Because I've never even played like old Java versions. I've only played old Bedrock. So quite cool. And it's a lot harder to do it with Bedrock because of it used to be Pocket Edition, like on your mobile phone, and it transitioned over to the Bedrock database or base, and all of this jazz, technical stuff, whatnot. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We will say goodbye to everyone on YouTube because I still haven't figured out how to do a raid on YouTube. And then we'll see. Ooh, we need a raid on Twitch, so we'll say bye.